So we've been having this conversation about LeBron and what's going to change for him. You had a conversation off camera with one of the favorite players of all three of us sitting here, Mr. Gilbert Arenas, and he had kind of interesting comments on that too, right?
Yeah, he said, he's become reconnected with Kobe through the AAU circuit or youth basketball circuit, and Kobe had a conversation with him, and speaks to the impact that Kobe could have on a number of individuals. And he said, you have so much knowledge with the game. You got to give it back to the next generation. Keep doing what you're doing with youth basketball, but find an outlet for it. And I've known Gilbert for years, and I was, DMing him about Kobe's passing, and he said, I got to do it. I got to listen to him. No more Wild Gil. It's time for me to do what the man asked me to do for the game of basketball. And I know Matt knows him really well. I'm really excited if that does come to fruition.
Well, as we were talking about off camera, I mean, there's a lot of similarities to their approach and their sickening love for the game and their work ethic. Both of those guys,
both of them are so detail-oriented.
Gilbert had a bad ending to what could have been an amazing career, but as far as his approach and knowing all the work he put in, very similar. And then you see someone like 50 Cent, who is probably one of the biggest trolls on Instagram. I'm one of them too. But, him saying that Kobe touched him and there's no more trolling and it's about business now. Like I said, Kobe touched so many more than just athletes. His thought process and his approach to life is, it resonated with everybody.
Now, I'm more likely to believe either one of them than I was when I sat across from Joel Embiid a few months ago and he said, I'm never going to trash talk again, and that lasted, like 3 weeks? I don't expect Gilbert Arenas to change his entire personality, but the idea that he could take something that Kobe said to him with him and having this moment
he has a lot
be
to
the
offer.
thing that sends him forward into just, not a slightly opposite path, but a different turn and curve of his path. I think we'll see that with a lot of players, right?
And the fact that a peer looked up to him.
Yes.
Like that says something about Kobe. There was something about him, something about his work ethic and his approach that garnered universal respect. Even when Shaq and Kobe weren't getting along, the respect factor was always there.
Well, I mean, that's what you see as, Kobe wasn't a vocal leader. Kobe was do as I do type leader. Like, he gave his absolute all, diving on the floor, doing whatever it took charges. So it almost made you, you see the greatest player doing that. It's like he doesn't have to say anything to you. He'll give you the when he wants the ball.
Right.
But outside of that, you just know if he goes as hard as he can, why in the hell aren't you going as hard as you can?
I imagine if you're a Kobe teammate, you hear that in your sleep because you hear it so often in real life.